Greetings dear friends and welcome once more to this channel. I am 𝐅𝐨𝐥𝐥𝐵, Babila from Revolution. But today I'm going to be showing you how to write a C program to print a multiplication timetables. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. So let's get started. We are going to start by launching Visual Studio. And actually, I have launched my Visual Studio. I remember that there are various ways through which we can write a program. We could write a program using an editor like Bracket, Sublime, and the others. We could equally write program using IDEs. In the previous videos, I wrote programs using an editor. So for the purpose of what I want to do here and what I want you to know, I'm going to be using the IDE Visual Studio Code. So actually I am on Visual Studio Code. I'm going to start by opening the terminal. So I have opened the Visual Studio terminal. Remember here you could see the different terminals you can use in writing your code. So for this class, I'll be using the command prompt. Good. So the first thing I'm going to do, I will start by changing directory because I want to create a directory in which my files will be stored, will be saved at the level of the desktop. So I need to change my directory to desktop. So to change directory, we use the command cd. So now I have moved the directory to desktop. Now I need to create another directory in which I will be saving my files. So I'm going to use md and I'm going to call that directory C programs. Now I'm going to move to that directory using cd C programs. So now I am in the C program directory. So I can now move to file and I go to open folder. Desktop. And then this is my C program directory I just created. So you can see that Visual Studio has. So you can see that we are actually working in the C program or directory. So I want you to know that we will be writing 3 different programs that print multiplication timetables. The first one, the user just specify the timetable that he or she wishes and prints. The program prints that a particular timetable. The second one, they can precise where he wish the timetable to start and where he wish she start the timetable to stop. And of the last one, the user precise the range of timetable that he or she wishes the program to print. So those are the three different programs that we are going to write out here. So I'm going to start by creating the first file for our first program. So I'm going to name it timetable.c. Okay. So as I have always said, always start with the basic structure of a C program, which is this. So this is the basic structure. So we have written down the basic structure of a C program. The next thing to do is to think about the different variables that we will need for this program. Actually, we will need the variable. We need a variable that will enable the user to specify the timetable that they wishes. Another variable that will carry the results of the multiplication, and another variable that will help us to iterate over the values. So the variables will be of type int. So we have m, n, and I. So those are our three variable m to carry the results of the multiplication, n to carry to accept the user input, and I to iterate over the values. So you are going to use a printf from the user, and then a scanf to accept the input. And then another printf. Then we are going to use a for loop. We will also use a while loop to iterate over the value. We'll start to initialize our I to 1. We want the multiplication from 1 to 10. Then we increment the I. Then n to assign the value of I. Then print f. Okay. So let's check our program to see if there are any syntax error. So I think the program is okay. So I will just save it. So I move back to my terminal. So yeah, I will be running the program using the terminal. So remember that we are in the C program directory, and you can see it here. So we can run our program. To run the program, we will have to compile the program. So to compile the program, we use GCC. So you realize that at the level of our folder at this moment, we are just having a single timetable.c file. So when we compile now, it's going to create what we call an executable file. So now we are going to start by compiling our program using the GCC. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot to add CC. Single the timetable dot c. So we have compiled our program. The next thing to do is to run it. So now let's specify the timetable around the TV timetable. You can see the TV timetable has been printed here. So we are done with the first program uh, we are supposed to write. The next program we are going to be specifying, we'll call it single start. We'll call it single start dot c. Just call it like that. So let's go back there. I'm going to copy back, paste it here using Control V. So now here there are just some few things we need to modify. So for this other multiplication timetable program, we would like to add two other variables, which would be the start variable and end variable. So in this case, we'll be precising where we wish to start and where we wish to end. So we'll come here, F, okay, then after the scan, start and end. Then the program is good now. Let's save it. I get back to my terminal. So I'm going to compile the program GCC G single start dot c o single, going to take some time. So you can see the executable file has been created. So we just need to run it. So I want the for timetable. I want it to start at 5 and end at 15. The third program that we are going to write, let's create a file. We are going to call it multiple timetables dot c. So I start again with the main structure of a C program. In this program, we will need 4 variables. If our variables will be of type int m to accept or carry the result of the multiplication, n tables. N tables, the number or range of tables we want, and we are going to initialize it to 0, and I to iterate over the different timetables we need, and j to iterate over the values of the multiplications. So that's good. Scan F to accept the user input. So here we are going to use a nested for loop. You could equally use a nested while loop. All depends on you. Multiplication will start at 1. Okay, so let's cross check our program to see if we are having any syntax problems. Okay, let's save it. Let's get back to the command line. So I'm going to compile my file now using GCC. So the program is compiling now. It has compiled and has created the executable file. So I can now run it. So I want the first, second, and third timetable. So the program is working, but the timetable are so dry. So we need to add some line break between each timetable. So let's go back to the code. So just after the inner for loop, a print f, then I'll specify line break. I'm going to add 2 line breaks. Good. Save it. It's multiple timetables. The program is compiling now. And it is done compiling, so we can run it now. So I'm going to precise the range. I want the first, second, and third timetable. So you can see that now it looks much more better and it's nice.